What's up, Pokemaniacs? I am the Online Orphan, and I am your analyst for Season 2 of the Pokemon Uber League. PUL is here, and we are bringing you the draft analysis for yet another team. And hopefully, I say this one right. This is the draft analysis for the Haxo Haalderan. Let's go ahead and take a look at the team and talk about what they are rocking with. So in that Uber slot, they have got the fantastic Marshadow. Marshadow is a fantastic Uber Pokemon. Very nice speed stat, although surprisingly not as high as you would think it is, but hits very hard on the physical attacking side. Signature move in Spectral Thief allows it to steal opponent's stat boost and then hit them right back with that. Also getting priority in Shadow Sneak, of course, is always nice. So Marshadow is just a beast. Next up, he has got the Zeraora. Zeraora, a not released Pokemon as of yet, but any of you who have played with it on Showdown will see that this Pokemon just hits incredibly hard. Its signature move in Plasma Fist, really an interesting attack. Really something you have to see with your eyes to believe it. A decent coverage pool as it has, but just again, standard electric type, fast electric type, always good to have in Draft League format. Only weak to a ground type. Next up is the Toxapex. Toxapex is such a defensive wall. This thing can really slow down an opponent's momentum. This thing can also haze its opponents that try and set up on it, so very good there. Typical Scald, Toxic Spikes, Recover, Haze, and again, this thing can just sit in front of opponents and take hits for days. Much like the next Pokemon, the Porygon 2. Porygon 2 holding an Eviolite is just an incredibly bulky Pokemon. And this thing really does get a lot of great coverage moves if it doesn't end up being defensive every single week. But the standard Porygon 2 is going to have something like the Recover, the Bolt Beam combination, may rock a Trick Room at some point, try attack for stab and potential to status an opponent, or just throw out the Toxic itself. He has got the Zydog, aka Zygarde 10%. For those of you who don't know, Zydog is the mascot of my team, so I very much appreciate the Zydoggo. Of course, this thing hits incredibly hard with a Choice Band Extreme Speed, Choice Banded Outrage, Choice Banded Thousand Arrows. This thing just is a nightmare and very hard-hitting Pokemon, and I absolutely love it. Next up is the Sneasel Discount Weavile. This thing still hits pretty hard with a Life Orb, of course. Stab knockoff, always a great thing to have on the team. Priority with Ice Shard, can carry the low kick for any steel types that try and switch in. Sneasel, although slightly less powerful than Weavile, still a really great Pokemon. Next up is the Tangela. Tangela is a great low-tier grass Pokemon. Very bulky, holding the Eviolite, of course. So this thing can take a lot of hits. This thing can throw out a Sleep Powder for the team. Gets Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, of course. Definitely a couple of coverage moves as well. Things like Earthquake and of that nature. So Tangela, a nice low-tier, bulky Grassmon for the team. Next up, he's got the Mega Diancie. Mega Diancie, a great special attacker for the team. Can be a screens variant, though. Can set up screens for the team if you wanted to go that route, as well as setting up Stealth Rocks. But Moonblast, Diamond Storm, and a Hidden Power, pretty standard. Diamond Storm, of course, having the ability to raise Diancie's stats, or its defensive stats more particularly. Really make it a great hard-hitting Mega. Next up in that Uber slot, he has got the Rayquaza. Rayquaza just hits very hard. Priority in extreme speed, of course, thanks to that airlock ability, also helping out with... or no, not the airlock ability. That's Uber. Uber Rayquaza, aka Mega Rayquaza, which is not allowed in the league. But regular Rayquaza still hits very, very hard. And again, with priority, always helpful. He has got Alakazam. Alakazam, a nice hard-hitting psychic-type Pokemon. If you allow this thing to sit behind a substitute, you will absolutely regret it. Hits hard with Psychic or Psyshock, coverage in Shadow Ball, as well as things like Focus Blast. Could even bring Recover if it wanted to. Alakazam, very hard-hitting Psychic type. He's got the Klefki. Klefki, a nice low-tier Steel type as well. Steel and Fairy. So definitely an interesting typing there. Can carry the electromagnetism that will prevent it from getting hit by the ground type moves. And then Prankster, Prankster Thunder Wave, Prankster Reflect, Prankster Light Screen, and then a Play Rough will typically be your standard Klefki set. And last but not least, he has got the Vullaby. Vullaby, a very nice low-tier defogger for the team. Decent Eviolite user as well as with some of the other Pokemon on the team, which is pretty funny. But again, Vullaby, just a nice defensive switch-in, can defog away some things. I believe it also gets U-turn, so pivoting options are always nice. And just a nice little round out to the team. So going over the team, in general, like I said, there are a couple of Eviolite users, which is always fun to have, but can be can be fairly standard and have to watch out for knockoff in that way. Very nice, hard-hitting offensive Pokemon here. He's got the Fairy Steel Dragon in just Klefki and Zygarde alone, which is always interesting. He's got his grass and water types taken care of, no problem. No fire type on, or no, excuse me. No fire type on the team there. But really, really nice and well put together team here. From the Haxo, again, Haalderan, I believe I am pronouncing that right. So if you guys enjoyed this little draft analysis breakdown, hit that thumbs up button down below and subscribe for more Draft League content. Check out the links in the description for everything about the league. Once again, I am the Online Orphan, and I am signing out.